Hey guys, Stealth here. Welcome back to Civilization. It is the US Liberation Services, and we are still continuing to liberate Rio de Janeiro, which means Brazil. They still have one little area down here, which does include horse, and that is something that I really like for my civilization. So I can start to build archers, that is, horse archers, as well as moving up to knights in a few more turns. For now, I need to make sure that Rio de Janeiro is well defended. I have my duo archers here. I also have one more settler in Washington, and I'm intending to send him a little ways north or south. I'm not sure yet, both of which are nice options. We have quite a decent amount of resources, and if I can capture this new city here, plunk down my own city right there, I have a pretty large area already. First up, we're going to have to pick some research and some civics, and for the research I'm going to continue with military stuff, and I want to get an armory. For the civics, we're going to continue with the military tradition, because this gives me maneuver and opens up the way towards military training, which is really nice. Builds up military production even further. So let's get this thing working. I'm being asked if I want to keep Rio de Janeiro. Yes, please. I like Rio de Janeiro. Has a couple of resources nearby, one of which is a luxury resource. And with that I can actually get my happiness up a little higher. As for my settler, I'm not too sure I'm going to move him yet. Let's just make it an escort formation first, and then see where I'm going to move him. I have turned on, before I forget mentioning it, I have turned on fast animations, or fast movement, so you don't get to see the actual movement animation, they just beam from one end to the other. And I made sure that, as for the animations for fighting, that is still intact. Okay, so we have completed the settler there. We have an encampment. I can build the terracotta army. All current units gain a promotion level. This is really useful, but my production in Washington is not that good yet. So I'm going to first work on that by building a water mill. And then in Rio, we have a bit of repairs to do. Gotta make sure that we get that city back up to speed as fast as possible. There is still one barbarian scout, but I don't really consider him much of a threat. You, get out of the way. We got a whole host of problems arising in the Empire. Rio de Janeiro needs more amenities to keep it productive. We need more housing in Rio. Rio needs more food. Rio basically needs everything at the moment. It needs a lot of my attention. I'm going to keep going a little bit further south because I feel I'm too close to Washington for now. Alright, build a mine there. This has boosted iron working, which is another very useful perk. As for my archers, let's continue heading south. I don't imagine he has a lot left. Oh, you're welcome. I don't actually mind taking out some barbarians here and there, because they just keep getting in the way. There. I can chop down these forests. I can use the rice, I can use the stone. I can later on build towards the ivory, with perhaps another small-ish settlement around this lake. For now though, carry on, because there is the next and actually last city that he has. This is going to take a while, but fortunately what he does not have is a ranged capacity. He does not have walls, he just has one unit of warriors in there, and that's it. Make sure Rio is fortified. As for the rest here, Boston still needs a lot of growth. And for that, I want to continue to get these food resources in check. Here's the warriors. They're probably going to take quite a bit of damage from that. Yep, we're not going to make a deal. Yeah, it might be unfortunate, but mostly for you.
Bravery is being the only one who knows you're afraid.
This gives me strategos for a great person, or maneuver for a military policy. Plus 100% towards light and heavy cavalry units. Well, I don't have any of those yet. What I do have is this wildcard policy, and I want to start generating great general points. Really useful units, those guys. Put down a city here, Cincinnati. And we're going to defend Cincinnati with the archer there. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. These guys have got to move out of the way. And there we go. Now, unfortunately, I cannot quite get my warrior away from this position without sacrificing the defense of Rio. I don't really like that, so let's just use the archers here and soften them up a bit. That's better. Next civic is going to be military training. Gives me production and encampment as well as pillaging. This is something I don't really like to do, the pillaging. The problem that I have with pillaging is that you have to start with repairs this moment that you get that thing back under control. And with that, it takes a lot of your production capacity. Okay, let's go for a builder here as well. Wow, their production is really utterly terrible. Must be these forests that are not really generating any kind of food production there. Alright, last warning. Oh wow, they actually pillaged that? Interesting. Yep, quarry was pillaged. Oh well. Alright, build a farm there. Next turn. My warrior unit is ready to go. These guys are still healing up, but I need my warriors to keep moving forward. Because with these, I can capture the town. With the archers, I cannot. So I have to keep going. Let's go for another mine here, or I can go for sheep over there. Whose sheep are those anyway? Okay, they're Boston's sheep at the moment. So let's get those under control. For production in Washington, this is bugged at the moment, by the way. I completed something, but it sure hell wasn't a settler. So there's a bit of a discrepancy there. Because what I completed was a water mill in the city center, but for some reason that doesn't quite work yet. It doesn't quite work as expected. What I'm going to be building here is a trader. With a trader you can create trade routes between your cities or between your cities and external parties, such as Jerusalem. And those guys actually help you quite a lot, especially if I put it in Cincinnati. It can import food from Washington, for example, as well as creating roads, which is another very, very useful perk. For my existing cities, no. For my existing cities, I want to keep building them out, keep building their production capacity, as well as focus on defense. Because I think that the other leaders are not taking kindly to all of my activity. They probably don't like that I'm constantly trying to overthrow other civilizations. And for good reason, of course. Because they fear that they might be next. Which they're absolutely correct about. Okay, I need the warrior to move up one more notch. Then the archers can get in range. These are almost healed up. It's going to take a while to whittle this thing down. Wow, I can get a major victory already. That's pretty quick. Yeah, why not? Charge. Not bad. 42 damage. Okay, let's send one more envoy to Jerusalem. This does give me the +2 faith in every holy district. I don't have any. But I don't have any other city-states to send my envoys to anyway, so I might as well send them here. Oh, and by the way, with Jerusalem now more or less under my control, they have also declared war on Manaus, and I can see all of their territory. Talking of territory, who exactly is that? Might that be the Scythian Empire? That would be interesting to see. Oh, promotion available. Let's get that thing done first. Now, I gotta say, I'm not exactly sure what this is, suppression. Exercise zone of control. I haven't actually made it into the other games this far with an archer, and I don't really know what they mean by this. The other one is emplacement, which is another combat strength bonus when defending versus city attacks. I don't need that, I need this one. No idea what it does, unfortunately, so we'll have to look that up sometime. As for New York, continue on production capacity. You are getting ready to build another encampment there, or what's it called? A pasture, yes, of course. My warriors can get another major victory, but I kind of don't want to sacrifice them that much. Whatever, we need this thing out of the way so we can continue on building the city and whatever else is around here. Wow, they have a pillaged holy site. Interesting. Yes, yes, not happening.
If bread is the first necessity of life, recreation is a close second.
Now I can build an entertainment complex, which is a district focused solely on making your cities happier, creating amenities. Really useful, because you can then build stuff like this inside of them, a Colosseum. With the Colosseum there, you can always get more happiness if you need it. You can also build the arena, which is another bonus to amenities. The Colosseum, though, is a wonder, so correcting my last, this thing must be built adjacent to an entertainment complex, not inside of it. That is pretty critical. And I don't need the insulae yet. Alright, trader done. How is Washington doing on amenities? 0. Okay, let's build an entertainment complex here. I'm gonna build that thing right there. You guys... Oh, hello warriors. What are you doing out here? Now, the zone of control. Let's see if there's anything in the manual about that. Zone of control. Many combat units exert a zone of control over tiles around them. When a unit moves into an enemy's zone of control, with movement points left over, its movement is stopped. Or it may attack. Right, so this is basically an area denial unit now. That is really handy. Come on, just give it up. Major victory, almost there. Heal up for a round. Okay, important when building trade routes is where you start. If I start here, and I tell it to go to, for example, Cincinnati, I get 1 food and 1 production in Washington. I don't need it over here. So the trade route has to begin over there in Cincinnati. So first I have to transfer it to Cincinnati, and then from there I can send it to Washington, New York, or elsewhere. Keep putting pressure on this city. Can we win it? Not yet. Alright, wait one. There's the trader. What I need mostly in this city right now is food, so I can keep growing it, but production would also be nice. Now this is Golden Faith, which is neither of what I need, but this is the best for the moment. 1 food and 2 production. So let's begin the trade route, which also gives me the boost for currency. And this thing is going to start to create a road. The roads are something that you used to build in Civilization 4, initially using workers. But now in Civilization 6, you build these guys automatically with traders. Large urban center will soon require corps of bureaucrats. Okay. And we can claim a great person. There is the first great general, and I get no one less than Sun Tzu. This is really, really handy. Because what great generals do is give your units around them a combat bonus, which can be very, very significant. Okay, I should be able to take this city now. And wipe Brazil off the map. Correction, I liberate Brazil. Liberate Brazil.
Que Deus me conceda esses últimos desejos. Paz e prosperidade para o Brasil.
I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel a little bit guilty. I feel a little bad for these guys. I discovered Mount Kilimanjaro. As it turns out, Mount Kilimanjaro is not Wi-Fi enabled, so I had to spend 2 weeks in Tanzania talking to the people on my trip. God, that sounds awful. Eureka! Gives me a bonus to astrology. And another poor decision has become your goat fortune. You have captured a unit from Brazil, which is a builder. That is perfect. I can send the builder to start restoring this facility here. Yes, I want to keep the city. And for the production in Rio de Janeiro, I want to continue repairing the items that are in there. For this one, amenities are +1. Housing looks good. I could turn this into a production for science, because I can get quite a few bonuses from all of these woods around the city. It's going to take a while though. This gives me 1 bonus. This gives me another bonus. Tough. +1 bonus, +1. Yeah, I want to build it here. This is Sun Tzu. I can get this guy to create a great work of art, or a great piece of writing for this guy. I don't really want to do that. I want to give him the passive ability, or I want to have him give other units the passive ability of +5 combat strength and +1 movement, which is granted to classical and medieval land units within 2 tiles. So I need to make sure that this guy gets close to my standing army over there. And the fastest way to do that is to just beam him over to a different city. It's a bit unusual that you can do it like that, but it works. Now, with most of the civilizations around me just utterly destroyed, I'm doing quite well on points. Scythia is not doing that well, and I think that she should be next. What are you doing with these warriors? 2 warriors coming from the east against an undefended Washington. I don't like it. We're going to keep sending these guys north. I should promote that archer before I forget it. You guys, heal up. Now this also gives me horse, so I can now build horse units. Sun Tzu. Connect to the archery unit there.
User entered your channel.
That was TeamSpeak. That really shouldn't be active.
Disconnected.
There you go. Moving on in Nidaros. What are we going to do here? Production for Nidaros is 13. Food is 15. Means that it's growing pretty quickly. What do I build here? I don't really need an encampment this far north, but what I do need is a defensive unit. So let's go for an archer. Boston. Same deal. Archer. The builder down here... Ah, damn it, I cannot repair the holy site. It's still pillaged. Alright, instead we're going to get some bananas there. Now I have iron and I have horse.
Those who in quarrels interpose must often wipe a bloody nose.
I can get a production towards encampment districts. I don't think that it's too likely that I'm going to build a lot of encampments. So for now I'm not going to use that. Defensive tactics, well, I'm not that likely to defend anyway. So let's try and get the divine right as fast as possible. This gives me a new form of monarchy, which is government. So I can get 3 policies for military, 1 for economic, 1 diplomacy and 1 wildcard. And it also grants me the chivalry and the Gothic architecture. Not that I'm a big fan of architecture, but in this game it helps. Now this area is still pillaged, so let's build a builder there to fix that up. These guys... Keep your warriors at bay, or I'll send them home in a box. Keep sending these guys north. We have another envoy, so let's keep boosting the area here in Jerusalem. They got a few warriors around, not too many. And I should be upgrading these boys. I believe that I now have the iron, and that I can turn these into warriors, or at least... Oh, never mind, I don't have the science yet. That's why I cannot do it yet. Alright, the archer is ready. What is next? There is quite a lot of undeveloped terrain here. Let's go for a builder. Black Blazers. These guys continue on north. These. Why can I not build one of those yet? Oh, I don't have irrigation yet. Well, what I can do is remove the forest. This is going to give me a large boost in food and production in Manaus, which should boost the encampment quite a lot. There we go. That's taking me 6 turns off of that. Bloody hell, that's one aggressive woodworker. Okay, defend. You guys continue on north. And a little ways east. That's going to be the new direction. Nope. My capital is not open to receiving visitors. I hope yours is, because we're going to be coming by pretty soon. With a couple of archers. Now, can I buy a unit, is the question. I can buy an archer. Good. It means I can free up this warrior and send him north as well. So in Manaus, I'm going to buy a... I'm going to buy an archer. Continue on heading east. Conflict, but it's just a builder there. Inspiration! I have a large standing army which gives me a boost towards mercenaries. Good. The archer down here can defend. You can defend. And you guys continue to head east. Production all the way over in Boston. Watermill. Continue improving production here. Eureka! I have boosted mathematics. Good. Not sure why I got that, but I'll take it. Production in Washington is done. Washington has 1 amenities, which is good, it's positive. This one gives me culture and amenity bonuses to each city within 6 tiles. So that could be New York and possibly also Cincinnati. It might. It might. I don't think that I'm going to get away with that. I'm still considering going for the Terracotta Army. What happens if I put it on production? 21 turns. It's not fantastic. How about going for a campus? No, arena first. Finish what we started there. See, there's my road between Washington and Cincinnati. This should increase walking speed between those 2 cities. Or movement speed in general, I should say. What exactly are you fighting?
Blast, build, battle.
This gives me the armory. Very useful building, as it gives me another plus 25% combat XP. And I can build the military engineer. I do require an armory to build this guy, but he can build roads, forts, and airstrips. Now, airstrips in 425 BC, that's a bit early. But, nevertheless, I can get the military engineer once I have that encampment done, or the armory done. Holy! Gentlemen! Keep your distance. Seems that we may need to build some more military units in Nidaros. Give me a... Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I can wait 2 turns and get another archer and then build a swordsman. As for you... I want to wait out what these guys are going to do. No! Keep your trade delegation. I'm not expecting visitors. God, woman. Yep, they're pillaging my areas. Glad I put an archer unit in here. Otherwise they might have actually captured this town. Wait one. Oh!
汝是来也，其欲观秦国山川之盛。 寡人乃秦之主也。
Do you need liberation, sir? Do you need liberation? Is that your territory? Yes, that's the Chinese. The Chinese are doing 82 points. How are they doing on domination points? Because I can see that. This is the Scythian Empire. Military strength 313. My military strength is 205. So the Scythians actually have more military strength. The Chinese, 215. They are right on my level. Keep going. I'm gonna see how large this territory
The Lord
actually
made
is.
us all out of iron. Then he turns up the heat to forge some of us into steel.
Good.
All
I
the
can now
world's a
build
stage,
the,
and all the men
swordsman
and
unit.
women merely players.
I can also get the Great Rider points, I can get a theater square, and I can get an amphitheater, all of which boost a lot towards culture. Which I don't find too interesting at the moment, considering that this is pretty much a 100% military game, or a military playthrough. Now, science. Let's have a look at the tech tree. I don't need sailing. I'm not too interested in astrology. Irrigation I do need. It's just one turn. This one has produced... Well, I really don't think it was a granary, actually. What do we need here? What do we need here? Where is my... What the hell? Well, oh, there's the swordsman. I need 2 iron to train this type of unit. Damn it! If the city has an encampment, you only need 1 iron. Okay. In that case, we're going to build an encampment. And apparently I can not build that here for some reason. That is just weird. Okay, can I build anything else inside the city? Let's go for a monument. Over here, we're going to continue to need more units, and I was hoping to build swordsmen there, but that is not an option. These guys have a military strength of 35. Let's go for a chariot. Second archer unit is done. I have to get one of them out of the town. Did these guys heal up or anything? What the hell's going on there? Okay, that's 1 unit down. He has pillaged that area. I take offense to that, I'll have you know. Chengdu, which is defended. Okay then. There's a builder. Uh-oh.
The man who has grit enough to bring about the afforestation or the irrigation of a country is not less worthy of honor than its conqueror.
Alright, this gives me the plantation as well as the hanging gardens. Hanging gardens is a really nice one. Increases growth by 15%. This one I need for the moment. I want to get the plantation. As for research, let's open the tech tree. Currency. I need to build more trade routes. A lot more, actually. Alright, you're going to be next. Damn pillagers. Okay, can you fix that for me? That'd be wonderful, thank you. Right, where is my warrior? Well, it's gonna take a while for the warriors to arrive. You have Mercury there. That's a nice resource. Shame if something happened to it, isn't it? Scythia comes in with a horse archer. Okay. 5 turns. Ouch. Well, it's gonna have to be done anyway. Can I upgrade you guys yet? I can't? Okay then. You guys outside of the city, you guys into the city. And you're going to tag along. We need some repairs on the marble that we have over there. For you, fix that up. Hold here. Production in Rio. Rio can build the Hanging Gardens, but that will take it out of commission for 20 turns. I want to have an archer. And have at least some defense here. No! Woman! Listen! I don't want your trade delegation.
Money, if it does not bring you happiness, will at least help you be miserable in comfort.
Market and the commercial hub. Commercial hub is really, really important. It gives me one trade route per commercial hub that I have. And the more trade that you have, the more money that you generally bring in. Archer, move up. Try to find that barbarian encampment, because it is definitely up to the north somewhere. Just gotta find it. Skip turn, choose research. Next up, mathematics. This will give me the Petra Wonder, which I don't need. Aqueduct, I don't really need that. But stirrups, that is very useful. The knight. I need to have the feudalism civic if I want to boost that. I don't have that yet, so I'm just gonna have to do without for now. Should I hold here? You are my heavy chariot. Keep going north. Find out what's going on there. You, fix that up. Production in Nidaros. Let's go for a commercial hub. Right there. The archer at north. Where are you guys? This is, by the way, a very, very large continent. Actually much larger than I initially expected. Plantation, please. And we got more bad guys coming in. Which are approaching pretty quickly. I'll give you that. Alright, move up here. You are not welcome here. Keep your distance. Okay, you guys got 2 more builds left in you. I'm gonna go into the town and first eradicate those slingers. And with these, we're going to defend this town. And this is where I'm going to cut the episode. It's gone on for half an hour. I liberated Brazil, and I'm considering going for the liberation of Chengdu next, as it would be another nice extension of my empire heading east. His military strength is supposedly equal to mine, so he should not be that much of a problem. And I hope to be able to liberate this guy next episode. So, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and please join me next episode as we continue the liberation of this entire continent. Thank you for watching, see you soon.